Whoa, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. We figured since it's time for Christmas, why not do a Christmas song and also microphone time?
Yes, that means this is American Brews and Tunes.
Here's a theme song, you know it's not a mean song. It's a good song, just as it should song. American Brews and Tunes. Shibbity beeby dow.
Wow, that's right, this is American Brews and Tunes. My name is Steven Johnston.
And my name is Jesse Titus.
That was a strange way to say your name.
So what?
I'm just making comment on your name.
All right.
As you may have heard last week, this is going to be a nice little fun episode here.
Yeah. Woohoo!
Let's call this holiday theme, in case you couldn't tell by that song that was played at the very beginning.
Yeah. A little bit of jingle bell action.
So instead of doing the typical Jesse recommends an album for me, I recommend an album for him, we're just going to talk about one album this week.
Yeah.
And instead of having two brand new beers, we're just going to have one brand new beer.
Yeah, that we each try the same beer, you know.
Yeah, so fun.
Let us know what you think after this episode. If you like it, the idea of just doing one album, short half-an-hour episode, or maybe you hate it. Let us know either way.
Yeah, let us know, and we'll figure it out and see what the dealio is. So, the one album that we are going to talk about this week is from a grand band.
Yes.
So grand. They're Canadian.
They are.
Not that has any reason
to
why
do.
they're grand.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it does. But of course, we're talking about everyone's favorite short-named Canadian band that's not Rush.
Of course.
Pup.
It's shorter than Rush.
Yeah.
3 letters.
Yeah, it's even shorter than
So-
Rush. And it's Pup.
Pup, as in like a dog. Pup.
P-U-P.
P-U-P. Pup. Pup.
We-
Pup.
we-
Pup. Pup.
Yes, but only one time.
Yeah. I'm just excited because I like Pup.
I do too. But this is their second album called The Dream Is Over, which came out last year, which is 2016, I suppose I should say that.
Yeah.
It's a great album. Their first album, which is just a self-titled album, is also great, but we decided to review this one just because.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really a specific reason. They're both really good.
Yeah. You do yourself a solid and listen to both of them, but for this episode, we're just going to be talking about the second album, which is called The Dream Is Over.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, well, so that's the album we're talking about, and the beer that we're having sounds like kind of an interesting one. It is a limited specialty release from Braxton Brewing Company. Have you had something by Braxton on the podcast already?
Yeah, I had their New England style IPA.
Okay.
Which I believe is a series, because I think it was like New England style IPA number 2 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Braxton,
but anyway.
Braxton's good. I've had a couple other stuff from them, not on the podcast, and
So have
everything I've had I like from them. They're
Same.
from Covington, Kentucky, which is
Covington, Kentucky.
just across the river from Cincinnati.
Covington,
So
Kentucky.
I guess it's south, but it's in that place where you're kind of south, but you're not
also
really.
kind of in the north still.
Yeah, it's a weird.
If you're going just by state, Kentucky is considered the south, right?
Yeah, and even that part of Cincinnati's kind of. It's weird. You got to figure it out for yourself.
I don't think Cincinnati is the south because it's in Ohio, which borders a Great Lake.
Yeah, but Ohio's huge, also.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
It's not that big.
it's pretty big.
It's smaller than Pennsylvania, smaller than Tennessee, smaller than Wisconsin, I think. Smaller than Minnesota,
Are you sure?
I think.
I don't know.
Based on what I remember from looking at a map.
Also,
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure.
remember what states look like when I look at a map, so maybe you're right. I have no idea. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I'm right.
I don't know what the cubic mileage is of Ohio.
The cubic mileage.
It's bigger than Rhode Island. We can settle on that.
Yes.
Okay.
And
So
bigger than Vermont.
and it's probably
bigger
smaller than
Connecticut.
Alaska. So there we go.
Yes, it is smaller than Alaska.
We
yeah.
can safely say that.
It's in between Rhode Island and Alaska.
Yeah, but enough about Ohio because this is a Kentucky brewery. But then technically, I guess if you're in Cincinnati and having a Braxton, I would still call it a local brewery because you just
Yeah.
travel a mile across the river, you're there.
Yeah.
But they're a cool brewery. But this week we were having the Blueberry Pie Brown Ale.
Yeah.
So it's brown ale, but it's blue. It's brown and blue.
It's almost black and blue. Brown and blue.
Like a weird purple, maybe?
It's a brown and blue blueberry pie ale.
But it says handcrafted batch.
Yeah, so this is a
Collab series? Does that mean
limited
it's a collaboration?
release.
It says, do you see where it says collabs?
Collab series.
But I'm not really seeing if it's actually collabed with anyone. Oh, maybe this.
What? Oh, maybe it's
Graders?
the graders.
Graders.
That's probably what it is. That must maybe they made the pie.
Maybe. They could have, but here's this little description on the side. It says, this scrumptious brown ale is loaded with blueberry juice and notes of pie crust. Our most meaningful brew, benefiting the cure, starts now foundation and their worldwide effort to discover a home run cure for cancer. Oh, so that's kind of cool. So it's got some benefits. I'm assuming that when they make this one, they give some proceeds to that. What's this called again? The meaning. Where is that? I lost it already. The Cure Starts Now Foundation. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So it's win-win. Everybody wins. But we're gonna crack this open and give it a little try ski, and then move on to the music.
Dang, I'm trying to find if
I'm opening up my can right now.
If Graders is a bakery or if it's a brewery.
We'll figure that out later. Or I'll talk about the beer while you look it up.
Yeah, do that. I'll try mine after yours.
Already I'm cracking it. It smells like there's a blueberry pie in my room.
Really?
Ooh, it smells delicious.
Ooh.
Have either of us reviewed brown ales on the podcast before?
I think so.
Brown ales are, I can't remember. I'm sure we have before. I don't know if we've ever reviewed like plain brown ales. We probably had like an imperial brown ale or something.
Yeah.
But brown ales are a little bit more malty, a little bit more caramely than a lager. They're not usually a heavy beer by any stretch of the imagination.
Crack.
So brown ales, you get that little bit more of the caramely notes.
Wow, that smells really
good.
A
little bit more malty. Yeah, now that you open yours, you can smell the blueberry too, right?
Yeah.
Color-wise, it's a little bit more see-through than some of the other brown ales that I've had. It's a little bit more amber-colored, I would say. Which is kind of interesting. Maybe it's got some of that color from the blueberry juice that they talk so much about.
It smells really good.
Oh.
Ooh.
I took a sip before we gave the 1-2.
Oh, whoops.
Sorry. I'm just going to disregard that sip.
Rewind.
All right, here's the magic words before I take my first sip. Wink, wink.
Okay.
Shibbity-beep-a-doo! All right, down the hatch for sip number 1. That's nice. That's really quite nice.
Huh.
It's not as like malt heavy and caramely as the brown ales, and I think I think it is in there, but I think the blueberry flavor comes through first.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, it kind of has that sweetness of the blueberry, but I would say it still has kind of a decent little bit of caramely in it. Carameliness to it.
Slightly bready. I guess maybe that's where the pie crust portion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's true. It could be from that, because it mentioned that.
Like, you know how the that one peanut butter and jelly beer that I had from Catawba?
Yeah.
I believe it was called It's Peanut Butter Jelly Time. How that one kind of tastes like the bread. Mm-hmm. This one, I can see where they're getting the pie crust flavor. It's really good. This is quite a nice beer.
I think it's very good.
It's perfect to talk about pup to.
Yeah, I mean, if you were gonna talk about pup, why would you not have a blueberry beer? Blueberry pie brown ale.
That is a question that has plagued man since the beginning of time.
Well, that question has been answered.
Yes,
it's over.
It's over.
We know.
But you know it's not over?
What?
I guess you know what is over, I mean? The Dream.
Oh.
Which is the name of the album that we're about to review. The Dream is over.
Yeah, so why don't we get into it?
So similarly, before a few other times before have we reviewed one specific
the Menzingers After the Party and Frank Turner.
Frank Turner, yeah. So like the Menzingers one, we each picked 3 songs that we're going to talk about. And I don't know what Jesse picked. He doesn't know what I picked. So we'll have some fun just getting into it. And we're going to kind of just gloss over the ones that we didn't choose.
Yeah.
So what? You know what? Let's just start it where every album starts.
At the beginning?
At the beginning, track number 1. You know what I'm saying? Also, I'm looking at my vinyl right now for this album.
Oh, yeah.
It's awesome. It's see-through and it's got all this like little red splotches on it.
Red splatter.
Kind of looks like blood.
Not
really cool.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess it kind of does. It's like magenta and not...
Yeah. It's really cool looking
color.
Cool looking record. But the very first song is called "If This Tour Doesn't Kill You, I Will," and I picked this song.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, did you?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's a great album opener though.
It is a great album opener. And a little background for this song. It's literally about being on tour.
Yeah.
It's-
There's like an interview that they did talking about this song, I think.
Yes, and so since they say that, I feel fairly confident saying this song
Yeah.
is about the tour. In fact, the very first line is, "If this tour doesn't kill you, I will," which I'm assuming it's talking about being in a van and in hotel rooms
Yeah,
and sleeping
being
on floors with the
cramped and
same
seeing
few guys that are in your band and
every
touring
single day.
crew. Yeah,
Yeah.
So I mean, it's seeing your face every morning. Hate your guts makes me ill. And it's just a lot of lines that are in that same vein.
Yeah.
Where's there? He's got some other line about like seeing your face. Everything you make me do, or everything you do, makes me want to vomit.
Yeah.
If this tour doesn't kill you, buddy, I'm on it.
I'm on it.
But it's,
on it.
so it's kind of a funny song. Obviously, they don't hate each other. Otherwise, they wouldn't
Yeah.
be doing the band thing. I think it's just them probably reflecting on a common emotion or feeling that you get when you're on tour.
Yeah.
But it's such a catchy song. It starts off all soft. If this tour doesn't kill you, I will.
Then I will.
And it after the first verse, it kind of comes in and gets heavier and fast. And
Yeah.
it's a really good song. The music video is really funny too. I don't know if you've seen it or not.
I think I probably watched it a while ago.
It's worth a watch. We'll post the video, a link for it on our.
But then
file.
yeah, then they say, why can't we just get along?
Yeah.
For like the start of the bridge. Why can't we just get along? Do 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 do.
Such and some fuzzy guitar that comes in there. I guess if
Yeah.
you guys, we didn't really do a good job at explaining what Pup sounds like. I
That's
would say
true.
they're like a garage rock band.
They're like garage rock. They're also kind of like punk, but they're the thing that kind of separates them from other bands is they're really catchy kind of I don't want to say like awkward guitar lines, but they almost feel slightly awkward.
I wouldn't.
But they're like
There's an
they're
air
catchy.
of surf rock almost to the lines I think that he does, if that makes sense. Like surf rock and garage rock, it almost shouldn't work together, but somehow
Yeah.
it does.
Less surf rock, more garage rock, but
Yeah, but
like their guitar lines that they use like aren't conventional, I guess.
yeah, I'd say
Like
that.
you wouldn't like after you listen to it for a while, you kind of get used to them, but you wouldn't expect it though.
Some weird timings and
Yeah.
just odd phrasings.
Yeah.
They even in their songs in general, they've got some weird time signatures and stuff.
Yeah.
But the first song is great, and it goes segues directly into the second song, which is called DVP, which I also picked.
Same here.
I figured you'd pick this one.
Yeah.
It's called DVP, which stands for
Dart Valley Parkway, I believe.
yes, Dark Valley Parkway, which they talk about that road later in the song, and it's a road in Canada, I
Yeah.
believe.
In Canada, eh?
The Don Valley
Or
Parkway.
Don Valley Parkway.
Yeah.
Doing 180 on the Don Valley Parkway.
And this song is pretty much about drinking a lot of beers.
Yeah.
He
and
says-
being like a girlfriend, I assume, being mad at him
for drinking a lot and
Yeah,
not
for
growing
like
up.
drinking a lot and not growing up.
That's
yeah.
certainly what it sounds like. Your sister thinks that I'm a freak. She's been ignoring my calls. We haven't spoken in weeks.
I get so drunk that I can't speak.
This song's so fast
Yeah,
and awesome.
nothing's working and the future's looking bleak, and I say, oh. There's
And
a
then,
lot of O's.
and then right after the verse, it slows down and they go, ooh, 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 ooh. 3 beers and I'm so messed up.
Get drunk and I can't shut up.
It's a really funny song. And it's really catchy. It's so fast and catchy.
But she hates my guts.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I think this song's great. And I think there's a music video where it's an 8-bit
Yep.
like Mario game.
You can like
and they're running
choose the
past.
path or something. Oh no,
That's a different song. But it's such a catchy song. I really like it.
Yeah, it really is. And this song kind of brings in kind of the theme of the whole album. The title too, "The Dream Is Over." This whole album, a lot of the songs kind of have a lot to do with like not wanting to grow up, basically, or like still wanting to act young as you get older.
Yeah.
One of the other ones that I picked is definitely like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
think
But
we-
since you were talking about the title of the album, I guess we could talk about that for a New York Minute too. They were talking about this in interviews.
Oh yeah.
The singer they had to drop off of a tour a couple days early because his voice he couldn't sing very well. His throat was
like at all.
because he yells a lot. I wouldn't say like screamy scream like
He definitely
like metal screaming, but he forces
forces his voice
and yells a
little
lot.
bit.
And he went to a doctor, and I think there was a nodule, a node on his cord,
Yeah, vocal node or whatever.
and it was hemorrhaging. So it was could be pretty damaging on the vocal cords. And the doctor said, well, he was talking about the being in a rock band. He says, I think the dream's over.
Yeah,
Because he said,
so
you
that's-
need to quit this band and not do it anymore. And that's where they got the title of the album. And of course, he didn't listen to the doctor.
Yeah.
Because they're still a band.
Yep.
But DVP, the song is so good. It's super fast and awesome. And it goes into song number 3 called Doubts, which I did not recommend.
Same here.
It's a great song. I love it, but
It is. Like I said before, this whole
I
album
could-
is good.
if I could pick the whole album to recommend, I would. But
Yeah.
since we narrowed it down to just 3, I can't, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I had doubts about picking the song as my recommendation.
Oh, did you now?
Song number 4 is called Sleep in the Heat,
I picked this one.
which is my last recommendation too.
Really?
Yes, I love this song.
I thought you would have recommended one of the last songs.
The last 3, other than the very last song, the 3 before that, I wanted to recommend.
I'll tell you which one I thought you would recommend for sure.
There was 2 other ones near the end where I really wanted to recommend, but this one I just really like the melody.
Yeah.
The very beginning, I was feeling a little bizarre.
Yeah.
The day that I buried my family car. He doesn't say buried, he says buried.
Scrap metal wrecking yard.
And you know what car he's talking?
Mabu.
Yes.
From the first album. There's a song in the first album called Mabu.
And that's the name of his car,
His
Mabu.
car, yeah.
It's kind of weird. I don't really know what that means, but I guess
just a name,
this
I
line's
guess.
referencing his car dying, and they had to bury it in a scrapyard or something.
But again, this song is about growing up too.
Yeah, and it's the
next-
only reason why I learned what the song is about in particular is from Lyric Genius, everyone's favorite lyric site, and it's about his chameleon named
chameleon?
Norman. Like I'm holding up the
a
lyrics
pet?
on my vinyl,
Yeah.
and it right above where it says "Sleep in the Heat," they crossed out the original title, which says
Song
"A
for
Song for
Norman."
Norman," which was his chameleon. So after his car died, he was feeling real sad. Like this is what I think it's displaying in the lyrics. I guess
Yeah.
he was feeling sad and he was getting stoned a lot
Yeah.
and getting drunk and staring at a ceiling. So he bought a chameleon or a lizard. I think it's a chameleon,
Huh.
some type of lizard to hang out with, and then it ended up getting sick, and he took it to the vet and was trying to nurse it back to health, and it died.
Huh. That's so funny.
Isn't it? It's kind of really an interesting subject.
Have you seen the music video for this?
No, I didn't know there wasn't a music video for
There
it.
is.
I'll have to look it
And
up.
for all of you who like Stranger Things,
I love Stranger Things.
Stranger Things Finn Wolfhard is in this music video.
Oh, he's hilarious. He's in the movie It.
He apparently Finn really likes Pup. There's a video of the band Pup and Finn in like a record store in Canada, because Finn's from Canada, I believe.
Well, that makes sense.
And Finn was talking about how much he likes Pup, and so
I
he was
guess
in, he was in
got
the
good
music
taste
video.
then. That's pretty cool.
And apparently Finn also has a band,
I did know that.
but so that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. But the song's about him coming to terms with losing his chameleon friend named Norman.
Yeah, and in the music video, Finn is supposed to be like what's his name? The main guy,
Stefan?
Stefan.
Is it
Yeah,
Stefan?
Stefan or Stefan or something like that.
Something like that.
But he replaces the chameleon with a dog that Finn tries to save, but then dies.
Oh, that's so sad.
So it's like the same story.
It's about the loss of a pet, I
Yeah.
guess. Or death and growing
It's just
up. Death and growing up, perhaps.
yeah, just a very great song. Like one of the lyrics is, "And I've said so many goodbyes in the 25 years that I've been alive, and I don't know why this one was so hard." So it's like about acknowledging that you're growing up, and like there have been a whole bunch of goodbyes, but like this one is way different than all the
others.
previous ones that are maybe a little bit less substantial and a little bit less meaningful, I guess.
Yeah, I know what you mean. There's the one section, I don't really think it's a chorus or anything, but it's after the first, I think, 2 verses when he says, "Every time I go back to my apartment, all I want to do is get stoned."
And every
It's-
time I go back to my apartment,
You know when the drums come
all I
in?
wanna do is get stoned. Whoa. Yeah.
It comes in with just a snare line, and it almost reminds me of a circus. I don't
Really?
really know. Just when I hear that snare line, I can
You're
hear
like-
it. And the music that's playing in the background, it kind of reminds me of being at a circus.
Huh. I
Weird,
never
kind of
thought
weird,
that.
weird connection, but that's just the thing that I think of.
Never thought about that.
I remember we saw them live.
That was such a good show.
Maybe about a year ago, actually.
Yeah, it was at the
High Watt.
High Watt, yeah.
Yeah, and it was such a good show, and they played a lot of. Well, since they only have 2 albums, and each album has 10 songs.
I don't think this one came out yet.
It was out, yeah.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
But yeah, they're great live. I'd recommend seeing them.
Oh, if they're anywhere near you, go see them. They're so good live. The energy in that little venue is so awesome.
Yeah, they know how to rip it up, yo.
Yeah, they do. They know how to rip it. Rip it good.
Yeah, like they just ate a can of beans. Or if they're about to battle with some Beyblades.
Or they just had a little bit of Tim Hortons.
You ever use Beyblades?
No, I never did.
But you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking
Let it rip.
about. Oh, gosh. Did you use Beyblades?
Oh, heck yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I used to play them in my elementary school, and then they got banned
I
because
was
people were
always
getting
like-
fights over them.
Well,
They were
I
awesome.
can't remember what I thought. I was probably like, those are stupid. I'm going to go play Pokemon.
Well, I
Which
mean,
is probably like equally
it's equally the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. Song number 4 is "Sleep in the Heat." We both recommended. It's a great song. Song number 5 is called "The Coast." It's
A slower song.
a little bit slower. They changed the pace a little bit for this one. It's
Canadian beers.
yeah. It seems like it's an homage to Canada.
Another weekend up here in this desolate fishing town.
I think you talked about people dying in the lake.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's like literally or
it's like a mythical. It almost seems like a mythical.
yeah.
Represent like a mythical description of Canadian lakes,
Canadian
and
lakes.
whatnot. But anyway, I didn't recommend that one either.
Me neither. So we'll move on to song number 6, which is called "Old Wounds."
Old Wounds, great song.
It's a heavy, fat, like intense song.
Yeah,
They closed the show to this song, and he took off his guitar and was like yelling out, and I think he might have crowd surfed, but he was getting really intense.
yeah.
This is the song that has the music video that's like a video game.
Oh yeah.
If you guys want to check out one of the coolest videos, we'll post the link for this one. At the very
It's like
beginning,
a-
it shows all the members of the band just as they get backstage from playing a show, and you pick which one you want to be your character.
Yeah, it's like a choose your own story type.
Yeah,
thing.
and it gives
Choose
you
your own
options,
adventure.
and you have to pick where you go, and it's just a really cool idea.
Yeah.
Did you recommend this one?
No.
Me neither. I've already spent my 3 recommendations
Yeah,
in the
you
first
have,
4 songs.
right in the beginning.
I didn't want to, but I couldn't help it. Old
couldn't
Wounds is a
help
good
it.
song, but since neither of us recommend it, we'll move on to song number 7, which is called "My Life Is Over and I Couldn't Be Happier," which I almost wanted to recommend.
I didn't recommend this one either.
I don't.
It's so difficult to only choose 3 because they're all so good.
Yeah. Well, song number 8, which is called "Can't Win."
I recommended that one.
I figured you recommended that because I heard you singing it really loud earlier.
Yeah. I think this is my favorite song by them.
It's such a good song. It
is.
I went back and forth between this one and "Sleep in the Heat."
Really?
This and
I
The
thought
next
you were
song
going to
also.
recommend the next one.
I almost recommended that one too.
I
but
thought you were going to recommend that one.
"Can't Win" so good, and the chorus is
Yeah, the
really
chorus-
infectious.
Literally, this is like one of like this came out in 2016, right?
Yes.
Like of 2016, this is probably my favorite song that I listened to.
Oh wow.
One of
You-
them.
What? Blink-182 came out with a new album in 2016. Did you not hear it?
I'm not as big of a fan of Blink as you are.
It doesn't matter. Everyone's a huge fan of Blink. Everyone's
still
the
a fan.
hugest fan.
But I'm just
Everyone
saying.
loves them.
But this song is definitely about not wanting to grow up.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the
We're looking at the lyrics on the album insert. Whatever you
on
wanna call
Lyric
it.
Genius. It doesn't have any of the funny stuff that's
And
on here.
It looks like it's handwritten, and they drew pictures and they hand notated it. And the first line is "I've been blessed with shoot luck,"
with crap luck.
but they say "I've been #blessed."
With crap luck.
Put a little hashtag in front of it. Or for you people who aren't in the social media, I've been #blessed.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
did it,
Pound sign in
since
front of
when
it.
did # turn into a hashtag? That's kind of an interesting.
It's always been a pound sign to me.
I know, but ever since
Because
social
we had
media
a-
turned into hashtag.
We had like a dial phone and a rotary phone, and that's just what it was.
Oh,
It was a
even on
pound
your
sign.
phone, like if I'm calling like a customer
Press
service,
pound.
press pound for more options.
Yeah, they don't say press hashtag for
Yeah,
more options.
It's weird, but who knows? But this song's so catchy. The chorus.
It is.
And it feels like I can't win. I'm growing up and I'm giving in, and it's starting to hurt. So obviously he's growing up and giving in,
Feels like
and he can't win.
win. I couldn't wait to be alone again, and now I'm getting worse.
Such a catchy one.
Yeah.
It's so gold darn catchy.
The pre-chorus is really good as well. I just want to be something. Never thought I'd be nothing at all. And then it goes into the chorus.
Yeah.
But the reason I like it is the chorus is like one of the most gall-darn catchiest things I've ever heard.
I don't know. I think I've heard some catchier things, but I will agree with you. It's gall-darn
I
catchy.
said one of the most.
Yeah, I don't know if I would say
Doesn't
one.
mean it's the most.
I don't know.
How can you choose what's the catchiest thing you've ever heard?
It's very subjective,
Yeah, exactly.
but I'm right. I'm just kidding.
What would you say is do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do?
That's very. What about Africa by Toto?
That's catchy, but it's not as good as this.
I think Africa by Toto is more catchy.
Maybe it's subjective. It's just subjective.
It is very subjective. Our opinions are going to clash. I
Yeah.
think I would rather listen to this than Africa by Toto. But
Same
my
here.
Africa by Toto vinyl is way better. For those of you who are curious, I have this
I'm
single,
confused by
a
this.
vinyl record for Africa
Just
by
that
Toto.
one song.
On the A side, it's Africa.
Africa by Toto.
On the B side, it's what is it?
Go find it real
Rosanna. You know that song?
quick. Rosanna, Rosanna.
Yeah. Do you know
Yeah,
that
I
song?
know that song. I just sang part of it.
Yeah.
I know that part.
This is the coolest vinyl I own.
Oh, I see why you said that.
It's like essentially it's a 7-inch vinyl, so it's a single, but it's
It's in the shape of
in the shape
Africa,
of the
though.
continent Africa. It's really cool looking. I bought it on Record Store Day. It's the coolest record I own. And the B side, Rosanna, with this big old picture of some lady who I'm assuming is Rosanna.
I guess so.
I don't know, but it's pretty cool, isn't it?
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. I picked this up on Record Store Day, and Record Store Day is kind of like Black Friday, but for record stores.
Yeah.
And so there's lines, and people are going crazy. So I found the only copy that at this local record store of this,
Yeah.
and I was walking around with it, and some kid's like, "Oh, were there any more?" And I looked him straight in the eye, and I said,
No.
"Nope, this was the only one."
Nope. Sorry. Tough luck, buddy.
Sorry,
I'm not your buddy, guy.
I'm not your guy, friend.
I'm not your friend, buddy.
Oh, Canadians. Anyways, Can't Win's great.
But yeah, anyway, can't win. It's still. There's something else I wanted to say about it.
But you know what? You can win if you listen to this song.
Yeah. And then, like, he talks. This is why I think it's kind of about, like, growing up and whatnot. Because he says, say I never try, but you know I do. I couldn't live with my 9 to 5. And I'll regret what I did to you my whole life. No matter what I do, I can never. Yeah, no matter what I do, I can never get anything right. I just want to be blah 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 blah. Of course, it's so funny.
Yeah, so-
but that part about talking about like
he don't want to have a 9 to 5.
Yeah, like I don't want to grow up and like get like an adult job and I don't know.
Yeah.
But it feels like so he's saying I can see what he's saying. He's like I feel like I can't win because like it's getting difficult to not give in to that like idea that you should just grow up and be a normal adult or whatever.
Yeah, adults.
So-
Lame.
Pretty much.
Well, on to the next song, which is called.
Familiar Patterns.
Obviously, all of our recommendations are spent, right?
Yeah.
So the
But
last two
I
songs
still-
we'll go over quickly.
Yeah. The reason I thought you were going to recommend this song is because of the
The riff raff.
It's been a long time down in the basement instead of rolling with the riffraff.
I love that line.
I know better. I know better than that.
It's such a good song.
Anyway.
Do 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 do. I think it's a
Yeah.
great song. I struggled
That-
to.
that's why
I
I
really wanted
thought-
to recommend this, and I really wanted to recommend Can't Win, but I
Yeah.
can't win with my recommendations, man.
We only have 3. There can only be 3.
Yeah, and I tried to pick a pattern that was familiar to me.
Yeah.
But no, song number 9, Familiar Patterns, is a great song. If I could have recommended it, I would have, but I was limited to 3. Curse these limitations, man.
I know.
We set them upon ourselves.
We set them upon ourselves.
The last song on the album, track number 10, is called Pine Point. And it's a slow one.
Another song about Canada.
Yeah.
About some place in Canada. It seems like a place like that he grew up maybe.
Or visited when he was
Up
growing
in
up.
Pine Point, where I was born.
All the roads are overgrown. So
yeah,
it's-
where I was born. So maybe he was actually born there, or maybe it was just a story.
the mine was closed in '88.
Yeah.
Everyone disappeared.
Talks about his brother.
Yeah, it says in
dying.
Pine Point 86, my older brother died when we were kids.
His best friend was
wasted
drunk
at the wheel.
So it's a little more of an intense song, but it's still really good, and it's like it's slower, but still very good, and kind of like an interesting song to end the album on.
Yeah, it's
But-
kind of odd to end the album on
But
this.
they also
it's-
did the same thing on the first album. The last song on the first album was called Factories, which is also slower.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember how that one sounds.
Were
Were there some good drums in that song?
Factories.
I thought it was faster, but
No, I'm
Either
pretty
way.
sure it's slower. I could be wrong though. We'll figure it out after this.
we'll figure it out.
So again, let us know what you think about this shorter episode.
We actually do plan on doing another one of these
Yeah.
very
We're
soon,
gonna
maybe
do
next.
another one. Well, we'll probably release them
At different-
within a week of each other.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
And we're gonna, instead of doing a new band that we like, we're gonna do a Beatles record.
Oh, I thought we can do a Beatles record.
Let's do a Beatles record.
Okay.
Do you know which one you want to do?
No.
Let me think real quick of a good Beatles record. Which Beatles record is a good one? There's so many great Beatle albums.
Yeah, I
but
mean,
I'm
you could
feeling.
you could choose Abbey Road. You could choose Sgt. Pepper's.
But when I think like great music, I go a Rubbery in the legs.
Do
The
you?
legs of my soul.
like whenever you,
My soul legs.
my soul has rubbery legs.
Yes. Which reminds me of a Beatles album.
Oh, what? Which one?
Rubber Soul.
Oh, Rubber Soul. Okay.
Let's do that.
Yeah, why don't we do that one?
Okay.
And if there are, if there's a good response and people like the idea of doing a shorter episode, we'll do more of them.
Yeah.
Intermittently throughout.
Shoot us an album that you want us to review, and we'll do that.
Yeah, true.
Or if it's even one we haven't heard of, maybe we can just do that sometime. You both listen to an album
Yeah.
we don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're open for new formats. We'll
Send us an email at
American Brews and
Tunes
Tunes
at
at
gmail.com.
gmail.com.
Or
Reach out to us on social media.
Yeah,
American
on
Brews and
Instagram,
Tunes,
Twitter, Facebook.
Go to our website. You can actually contact us there,
Yeah.
which is brewsandtunespodcast.com.
Send us a DM
A direct
through
message? Is that what it's called?
through one of those various outlets.
Give us a call. You probably have our number.
Yeah, you probably do.
Because the only people that listen to this have our number.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. If you don't,
If you don't, thank you.
if you don't
thank
have
you
our
for
number,
listening.
don't call.
Don't call again.
Don't call again. It's a mama's cannoli.
Oh, Mama's Canali.
Don't call again. Don't call again. Well,
what a
this
great
is a
movie.
fun little episode.
Yeah, definitely.
We rushed through it because we just figured we'd do a shorter episode for a short album, but whatevs.
Yeah, and because we're during the Christmas season, so we wanted to still release content over Christmas breaks when we're going to be gone and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so we figured, why not just do why not just do a couple short episodes?
A couple of short episodes, eh?
So what do you say? Why don't we clink, finish these beers, and sign off?
All right, let's clink, finish these beers, and sign off. Just how you said.
All right, why don't we do that?
All right.
Shibbity-bee-doo!
Clink, finish our beers, and sign off. Thank you again. My name is Steven Johnston.
And my name is Jesse Titus.
And whether the name is straightforward or sing-song, this is American Brews and Tunes.
Here's a theme song, you know it's not a mean song. It's a good song, just as it should song. American Brews and Tunes. Shibbity-beeby-da!